Drive very slowly past number 23. I wanted to see my hat.
Now, you may think that I look like a knob wearing my cycling helmet, and that is absolutely fine, but a cycling helmet can significantly reduce your chances of having either a serious or a fatal head injury. My name is Dr. Helene. I'm an emergency medicine doctor and I work at a major trauma centre in Manchester. And I can tell you when we see people injured and they've not worn a helmet, that just wearing a helmet could have altered the fact that they've had to attend A&E. Now, worldwide data from 2016 found that wearing a helmet reduced the chances of a fatal head injury by 65% and by a serious head injury by 70%. Now, what they also found with wearing a helmet, UK data from the NHS Trauma Network found that 47.6% of people who didn't wear a helmet suffered a traumatic brain injury, and that was compared to 19.1% of people who suffered a traumatic brain injury wearing a helmet. Now, I had a cycling accident nearly 2 years ago now. My bike literally slipped on ice. I was at the top of a bridge. There was no ice anywhere else, but at the top of the bridge, it was still sheer. I literally went like from there to there. There was nothing I can do, and my head took the brunt. Fortunately, I had my helmet on. It hit the ground with a hell of a crack, and then my cheek hit the ground, and I carried on sliding about 20 feet down the bridge. If I hadn't been wearing my helmet, I would have had a very significant head injury and turned up to work as a trauma rather than turning up to work. I also would have smashed my cheek. Now, fortunately, my helmet has enough of a deceleration that when my cheek actually hit the ground, it actually didn't break anything. I still had to have x-rays when I went into work, but I got away with just some light bruising. When I do see a lot of people coming into A&E, they're not wearing a helmet. They might have just got a cut above their eye. They may be lucky with just a laceration, but a helmet would have stopped them having that laceration. The helmet could actually have prevented some other facial injuries occurring like it did with me, just absorbing the deceleration force from hitting the ground. Now, obviously, it's not going to prevent you from all injuries, but it can prevent you an awful lot. What I would also like to see is delivery companies such as Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Just Eats, insisting that their cyclists wear helmets, because so often around Manchester, I am seeing these guys out delivering with no helmet, no high vis on, no lights, with a hood on, and we do see them in A&E. And, Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Just Eats, I appeal to you, get your drivers wearing a helmet. Why don't you have a drive, purchase helmets for your delivery guys? I'm sure it wouldn't cost you an awful lot of money to get them on bulk, and make sure they're wearing high vis and lights as well, because all these things are so important to be seen when you are cycling. Got questions, got comments, drop them below. No cycle hate, please. We all have to share the roads and we can all help to do it safely.